Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
He is the Grand Campeon, Julio, Cesar Chavez, multi-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, generally recognized as one of the greatest athletes Mexico has ever produced. Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champion, and he won world titles in 5 weight classes.
The reach, how on earth? How are you going to...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 107 career victories, introducing El Gran Campeón Mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
And of course, we fight outside. Here we go, round 1. Who's going to land the first big shot? Back and forth they go. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well done with that counter shot. He threw the hook, didn't land. How about that time counter shot? You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best Swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Perfect counter shot. A real good back and forth between these 2 fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Missing with the hook. A perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. You'd like to see more jabs. Those counter punches have to hurt. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Chavez in that last round. And a round that seemed like... Here we go. It's round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot. Jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They exchange punches. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Good counter punch. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy. Holding
nothing back here in the round. hard they get caught. Good counter punching. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Well, he is great. There's the bell to start round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Looking to land the hook. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. That's straight hurt him. He threw a punch and just got countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice catch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Whoa, ay caramba! Julio Cesar Chavez in trouble! Talk about Chavez in that last round. From this moment forward, and there's the bell to start round 4. Counter shot lands. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And Sugar is in trouble. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone, I thought...
Whoa, Johnny. Julio Cesar Chavez just got rocked. Julio Cesar Chavez goes down. Oh, my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot... 1, 2, 3, 4.
Talk about Chavez in that last round. Time for the 5th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Dios mío! Is Julio Cesar Chavez going to go down? And right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Missing with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Nice straight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Beautiful counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. One punch did the trick. Let's see it in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you continue.
Chavez in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that. There's the bell to start round 6. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Counter punch. Good counter punching. That one will count. It's always fascinating to watch 2 good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Well done with that counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Those counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Chavez in that last round. The game plan is... There's the bell to start round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. The perfect counter lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. Miss with that jab. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good defense there with that left hook. There's a counter shot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Oh, that punch. Beautiful counter punch. And this with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. And a round that seemed like... And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good counter punching. This is a high-octane battle. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
It's all offense, all the time. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.